bodies into this river. People ran out of time, out of friends. I could feel the dead down there, reaching up to welcome me as one of their own.
Hey everybody, I'm Jim Vejvoda, Senior Editor of IGN Movies.
I'm Mark Bozon, Editor in the IGN Nintendo team.
Okay, and we're here today to talk about the feature film version of Max Payne, the Rockstar video game. The movie is essentially about a cop who is on a vendetta. And that cop, Max Payne, has lost his wife and his unborn child to unknown assailants. And he spends the movie trying to figure out who killed his family. And it leads him to a corporation called Acer, and they are a drug company, and it leads to this kind of military experimental drug that has gone awry and is being used on the street. And so he goes out there to kick ass and get some revenge. In the game, I understand there's an underworld, a mob family element to it. That's not in the movie.
The Punchinello, are they even mentioned?
Not to my recollection, no.
Yeah, there's a huge mob element to it. It actually brings up the first half of the game because you get involved in that. That's what kind of segues into the whole Acer Corporation. So it's kind of interesting that's not in there.
There's some of the same characters like Mona Sachs and Jim Vejvoda and BB, his mentor character.
Right.
And of course, you know, the partner, Max's partner. So there are a lot of similar elements to the game.
But, you know, more than anything else, the storyline, you know, what have you, it sounds like it's pretty true to form, which is more than I can say for most gaming movies.
Right.
The real question, though, is does it hit its action beats? Because, I mean, this is a game that was inspired by John Woo film. It's got bullet time in it. It's got a lot of the track-the-bullet shots where you fire guys and actually watch it enter their skull. Pretty fun stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make it into the movie? Because, I mean, that's why I would pay money to see it.
Well, the movie does have bullet time in there. It's different than how they did it in The Matrix or the John Woo films. To their credit, they tried to come up with a new way of doing it. But I'd have to say, as an action film overall, it's pretty flat, pretty uninspired. Not many memorable action sequences in there. Not many memorable kills. I think that you know, it's kind of like the Punisher, the recent Punisher movie meets Constantine, because there's this kind of supernatural vibe. And I don't want to spoil it, but there's definitely not everything is what it appears to be. Overall, though, the movie is flat. You're not really engaged by the characters. You kind of don't care about anything that's going on. The visuals can be arresting. You know, it's not a bad-looking film, but it just doesn't really go anywhere, and I can't really see it spawning sequels or a film franchise the way the game has inspired, you know, sequel games. Is that still, though, would that turn you off of going to see the film?
I mean, yeah, honestly, like the story stuff's cool, it hits that, because a lot of things like Resident Evil don't even get close to what the story is. I mean, you got the Umbrella Corporation, that's it.
Yeah.
So it seems like this is more true to form as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
But for it to really be true to form, it's got to hit the John Woo feel. Because, I mean, that's what the game started as. It's a John Woo clone. So now we're basically bringing what was a movie to a game, now back to a movie. And it seems like something's kind of lost in translation there, which would be the action, which is what I care about.
Right. Well, that pretty much nails everything that's wrong with the film. Overall, it's not an unwatchable movie. It's just uninspired, flat, and not fun. I wanted a fun, kick-ass action movie, and I didn't get it. So on a scale of 5 stars, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. That's basically a 5 out of 10. Maybe check it out on video. I think as a big screen endeavor, they didn't bring enough pain. Not for my liking.
Especially because you can find the game now for like $7.
That's right. So there you have it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.